Hey, all right. Hello, everybody. I hope you are ready for some more art. Welcome back. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I am happy to have you all here. As you can see, I've already I've already started on Jins. I think this Jins is probably perfect. I don't actually think there's any need to change this Jins. How is it going, everybody? How are you doing? Happy Friday. Very excited for the weekend that is dawning. Even though time has no meaning, I still try to maintain the simulation. I try to still exist within the simulacra of the normal weekday structure. So I am observing a Friday and a happy one at that. So yes, as I mentioned, I'm going to be drawing the triplets. You can see I've already got this perfect Jins here. I'll just put that there for reference. I don't think we'll need to touch that, though. But I think I want to do kind of just like a drawing of all three of them kind of layered in here. I think Onyx will be in front, and then we'll have, you know, the brothers peering in from the sides, I think is the way I want to do it. There's already so much incredible Retrieval Team 22 triplets fan art out there in the world. So it's going to be hard to match that quality, especially on a stream, but I'm going to do my very best. Of course, Nyack will be here. I'm going to give him kind of like short, spiky up front, you know, classic. Maybe shorter on, like very short on the sides, but then, of course, just, oh, the luscious mullet coming in. So big, so proud. There's our jammy fellow right there. Hi. Oh, of course. Yeah, we'll need to get, like, maybe I can have an obsidian popping in the front here. Just making... Actually, you know what? Maybe obsidian will be in the back. As if Onyx is desperately trying to hide his presence. And then, you know, we can see obsidian maybe, like, peering out right around here. Just making a hideous noise. We'll get that going there. So yeah, there we go. We can deal with that later. But I think that's where we'll want our obsidian. How is everyone doing? Jins needs knee-high Crocs, of course. Beautiful, beautiful. Jins is looking too put together for this to be a post on Trinstagram. Well, Onyx would never be in the Trinstagram, so this has got to be... This is probably for the Finstagram. This is for the private feed, I think. This is for Onyx's OnlyFans. Gross. No, I don't think so. But I think this is maybe actually just a picture they have hanging up in their summer castle that they stay in now. All right. Let's rough in these shapes. Now, the problem with drawing D&D characters is you have to draw weapons and armor and all that bullshit. So I think... it would make sense to draw Nyack with a bow. Where is the boob window? Oh, it's right there. Don't worry. I would not deny anyone the boob window. I think I can, you know what? Maybe if Nyack's got his bow right here. Let's see. Rough that in. Drawing someone holding a bow and arrow is just the worst thing you can do to yourself. Most people think like, oh, drawing a car, that's hard. Not hard, actually. It's just a bunch of boxes. It's just several boxes, and then you smooth out the boxes once you're done. Drawing someone notching an arrow on a bow and arrow, that is hell itself. It's no good, and I don't think I'm going to do it. But he's got his bow, so I think that's good. Maybe we can figure out what he needs to be doing with this other hand. But let's rough in an Onyx here as well. I've seen so many fun drawings of Onyx that kind of tackle the impossible description Emily made for her, which is a craterous moon woman. But people kind of like draw her craters almost like as if it's like beauty marks or freckles, which I think is really cute. And it also kind of like is a nice spiritual nod to moonshine in a way, which I always liked. And then, yeah, I think like maybe just like some long kind of... They also draw like the two-tone hair. I see that a lot. If people have thoughts for like what sort of onyx they're looking for, or what they're like. You know, I don't even want too many suggestions because I don't want to like settle. I don't want there to be like a consensus. I really like all the different styles of onyx I see out there, so I'll draw mine. But it's worth noting that this is just my interpretation. You know, I think that all of the art that you see out there is valid, and you know, it's really that's the fun thing about an audio show is you can kind of like interpret as you will. So maybe like a little nose here, and then some big eyes. These are just like very rough. Please do not judge me yet. You're allowed to judge me soon, but not yet. Because I'm just roughing in. I also have like not drawn in like months because I've been quite busy editing and DMing Trinivale. So like I'm having to get back into drawing, and let me tell you, it's not like riding a bike. I guess it is like riding a bike because if you rode your bike a lot and then you didn't, you'd be extremely sore. So my hand hurts when I try to draw. So there's that. But it's no good, y'all. I recommend doing it every day. Too much. Don't sleep. Just practice, and you'll get better. And that's a good life strategy, I think. Let me check in on the chat real quick. Onyx is Onyx canonically very tall, or is that just my headcanon? Huh. I think in some of the art I've seen she is very tall, which is funny to me. So we can make her taller. Let's do that. So I'm going to do, this is like what I like to do when I'm still just like roughing in shapes. So I'll just give everyone little dot eyes. It's not a good strategy because it just means I'm going to have to fix them. I should just try and actually draw a good drawing first. I should just do it good on the first try. This is looking very earthbound in a weird way. But yeah, so let's give her, again, she's going to need like the big, I'm also going to have to look up like what exactly a Victorian frock is, which is its own kind of challenge. But I think like, yeah, maybe high collar for sure. And then maybe like a little bow sort of thing here. And then the rest is off the rails already. I like to imagine short onyx wearing ridiculously tall boots, says Michael. I think that Jin's kind of has like control over the boots game. I think what we want for Onyx is we need to draw her maul, or actually, I think her flail. I'm kind of going with like the original description that I was given for these characters. So the flail was always pretty like fluid in my mind as how it worked and what it looked like. But let's see here. I think it should be kind of like, obviously a flail is just, it's a very rudimentary weapon. It's just a stick with a big ball on the end, I'm pretty sure. So maybe she's kind of like, trying to think about how she should be holding this. I should really do any amount of prep before I start these things. But let's zoom in here. Let's move Jin's to the side. Jin's wears the platform Balenciaga Crocs that were memed about for a while. They all own Crocs. I mean, if you went to their apartment, there would just be Crocs all over the ground. Mary Jane's. Tell me more about Mary Jane's. Is that a type of shoe? I'm not fully aware. I'm up on fashion, let me tell you. I know all about it. The way pants are supposed to be. I know exactly the way pants are supposed to be now. But I guess I missed this trend. So, yeah, fill me in. How would she be holding this fucking thing? I guess it would have to be, she's got like a grip down here, and then a grip right here, and then it's just kind of like hanging down like that. That feels good. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to have to jam a crystal shard on it somehow. And I've seen some fun interpretations of that. But part of the fun of these streams is me just struggling to perform a creative act in front of a huge audience who honestly just wants me to draw Crocs on everything. So I am a loser from the start. But I'm just trying to find like some happy middle ground here. So maybe it is like kind of a big, it could just be like a big chunk. Because Jin's also has a shard saber that he gets later. And I kind of picture them almost as like meteorite pieces or something like that. Like a lot bigger than you might think. Now I'm going to need to move Jin's further. I'm going to put Jin's all the way over here. Jin's is being punished temporarily. As rightfully as he should be. And I'm going to give Onyx, I think maybe more of a wide stance. So let's... I really should have just said, I'm going to draw them Earthbound style, and then I could have been done by now, which would have been fun. But we're kind of going with these rough stances right now. So yeah, I think it's almost like a big chunk of like quartz or something like that. Almost like a frozen flame looking thing, but then just like with like a big, maybe like some kind of like jagged bits on it. I have to say, I've only seen a little fan art, but aren't they all supposed to be frogs? That's an interesting point. It is a little unconventional for me to not be drawing them as frogs. But this is, this is my stream. It's Friday. I'm just trying to relax. So, like, please don't get on my case for not drawing the canonical frog versions of all the characters. If you don't mind. Just, like, cut me a little slack. Let's see here. Mary Janes are, like, patent leather with a strap across them. Schoolgirl. Oh, okay. Like a, not a Doc Martin, but I'm forgetting the name of them. Damn. Oh, Saddle Oxford. Is it like a Saddle Oxford? Y'all talk about a Saddle Oxford? Doc Martens are kind of fun, but that is a very specific type of goth, perhaps. Tall Onyx Cannon. Yeah, let's make her tall. Why not? It's very funny to me that, I guess, like, what's the height order, do y'all think? We can decide this here and now. This is always the very fun thing about, like, D&D. I think that's, like, where the line between DM and player breaks down. Is the player should have control over how tall their character is, but the DM has control over how tall everyone else in the world is. So I think it's very fun for Onyx to be tall. But who... Oh, the moth cloak. Absolutely. We can't forget the mantle of the moth. Which I think manifests kind of in this world as just kind of like a... Almost like a big shawl sort of thing. In this drawing, that is. So maybe it's kind of like wrapped around here. It's a big cloak. Although it's going to be hard to... It's going to be hard to fit the other triplets in. But I think you can kind of see it like that. Yeah, there we go. So I'm still not satisfied with our flail here. We'll get back to it, though, yeah. But yeah, there we go. Ooh, maybe some, like, high feathery bits here. You could even have, like, the big feelers out like that. But I guess it would actually maybe be more, like, on the sides. But I do think it's just kind of look like a Game of Thrones coat, but with moth wings is kind of what I'm thinking for it. Yeah, that's fun. Now, let's get some, like, light frills going there. I feel like there's, like, a bodice element to the middle of a frock. But I'm going to need to look that up. One sec. Jin's is tall because of his heels. Very true. Jin's is a short boy, but wears high heels to appear taller than Nyack. I enjoy that. We're going to have to fix this Jin's at some point. But today, not yet. Not yet. We're focusing on Onyx. We're giving Onyx her due. So, Beaker from the Muppets Jin's will have to remain for a moment. But as we can see, let's clearly delineate it. Onyx is the tallest. Jin's, Nyack, great. Perfect, y'all. All right, we're getting there. Please forgive me, stream. I must ask for forgiveness as I look up a piece of reference. Oh, this is a dark day. Actually, that's not true. You can look up reference for your art. It's very valid. Okay, Victorian frock. I don't know if that's going to yield. Nope. What am I looking for here, y'all? What exactly is it that Onyx wears? Victorian dress. Yeah, okay. I think it needs to be a little more hoopy, though. But, all right. Yeah, we're getting there. Y'all can't see it, but I'm finding some good stuff. Oh, I like that. Okay. So, Caldwell, when are we going to see you on Dimension 20? I don't know. It's a little trickier to plan now. And also, we are quite busy with Season 2, or Campaign 2, of NADPOD, which is coming out soon, in addition to Hot Boy Summer, which is the official title of Emily's campaign. So, probably not anytime soon, I guess would be my answer there. But also, there's going to be plenty of D&D, so I don't think you need to worry. Now, let's see. What do we think? Do y'all like the big kind of poofy shoulders? I kind of like the poofy shoulders, personally, but I could be persuaded. I do think it's kind of like a shirt like this. Hoop skirt goes in there. Yeah, okay. All right. You know what? I think we got to go like Fire Emblem with it a little bit. Like the design that I think Hilda or Helga, one of the Fire Emblem girls wears something like this. And I think that's kind of what we're going with. Now, it does have to be pastel and goth at the same time, obviously, as we know. I'm just going to like stare. I'm going to stare at this flail because I hate it. And then I think Onyx does need to be wearing... Did we decide on normal shoes, or I feel like it's got to be boots, right? It's got to be cool boots, huh? So maybe like... Yeah, something like that. That feels right. Shit, I'm going to have to look up like 5 more pieces of reference for this Onyx. Because there's just so much going on. It's a testament to Emily's mastery of character design. Okay. And then I think like... Maybe gloves? Maybe like fingerless gloves? What do y'all think? Give me your honest opinions about what should be going on. Let's focus on the face though, right? I'm going to pull the chat back up. Platform boot, moon shoes, platform boots, steel toes. Interesting. Combat boots with heels. That's pretty fun. What you say? The words you say is pretty fun. I like it. Okay, let's see. Combat heel boots is ostentatious and wild and does seem pretty much to be Onyx's jam. So let's give that a bit of a go, shall we? But maybe also, they got little bows on them, huh? What do we think about that? But then also maybe a spike. Kind of like a star butterfly vibe, to be quite honest. Why do you think Jake is so scared to have magic in his campaign? I feel like low magic campaigns are often more difficult to roleplay through as a DM because it's easier to write yourself into a corner. Interesting. I think I personally look at it as a fun challenge. You know, it's like if you really think about it, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a low magic campaign, and that's a pretty funny movie. So I think there's ways to do it where like, and I think like low magic, you confuse low magic for no magic pretty easily, but like low magic just means like the DM still has plenty of magic at their disposal. Like it's rare, but like rarity means power. So like all the people you're coming up against probably have magic and abilities that you don't know about. But I don't know. I think there's definitely a lot of ways to do it. I think like going back to what you were saying about Jake and just like starting out as a DM, I do think it's like more fun to just kind of have a encounters where characters are just swapping licks, for lack of a better term, just kind of smacking heads against each other, because then like you can kind of learn the basics of combat, and also especially like Jake is very good at just role playing while fighting, so I think it would be good for him. Okay. Maybe there's like some little like frills there. Oh yeah. And then yeah, lady gloves, but like maybe they're fingerless. What do y'all think? Would you ever want to play a non-D&D game as a one-shot for the podcast, like with Critical Role and say Crash Pandas? Is Crash Pandas another? I'm unfamiliar. Is that another channel? I have been very interested. There's that new game that came out, Quest, I guess, that looks interesting. It's like kind of a pared down D&D. But then there's like so many cool systems. Personally, I've just spent the last year actually learning how to DM. So I feel like I've still got a lot of learning left to do for like the 5e system. But I don't know. I would love to like play in another story. Like I know Pathfinder is very popular. Powered by the Apocalypse, I've heard, is really fun. Lacy long gloves, white, please. Yes, lacy. Okay, maybe kind of like, yeah, yep. Let's fix this Ness from Earthbound ass head. How about that, y'all? Maybe that's where we're at. Okay. I kind of like the bangs, but then I don't know what would be going on behind it, because I'm a dummy. And I don't know how to draw. And I don't know how to draw people that are cool. This is looking better, though. Maybe she does have a... Oh, maybe... I kind of like these long strips of hair that are coming down like that. Let's go ahead and get the actual eyes. Oh, my God, y'all. I've been using Storyboard Pro, which is a Toon Boom program. And when you zoom in and out on that, you use the 1 and 2 buttons. But when you do that on Photoshop, it just lowers the opacity. So I'm just constantly lowering the opacity on this drawing. I'm in a hell of my own making. A prison of my own design. And it rules, actually. It's actually rad. Okay. Now, let's get like a nice little... Whoop! I did a zoomie. Oh, Abby T. The hair reminds me of May from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is great. That is a very good reference point. Not for personality, but for hairstyle for sure. I'm going to pull up a reference to that. Invisible Chick, have you checked the P.O. Box recently? I sent y'all something, and I think UPS effed up the address. I have so much stuff backed up. I didn't get to any P.O. Box shout-outs in the Triniville finale. There won't be any in the first episode of Hot Boy Summer, but after that, I'm going to start shouting people out. So there's a lot of stuff backed up, so don't worry about that. But yes, I have them. I have stuff there. I just haven't gotten around to actually shouting people out. So that's the update for you. Hope that's okay. Whoop-a-boo. Now what kind of like... Here's the question. Do we think... I do kind of like almost the sort of like freckle clown makeup vibe that you can give Onyx. But do we think she has blacked out eyes like that? Let me do a better job of exemplifying this. A little spooky. Currently spooky. But yes, Onyx has Dio makeup. I will. Thanks for checking in, Invisible Chick. I know it's tricky. I've been trying to check the PO box a little more these days. It's because it's one of the only times I go outside. Madeline says, "Hey, Cobble, do you think you'll DM again? I would love to. We talked a little bit about doing a Jin's and Aster wedding heist episode of Trinivale, which I think would be very fun. And I don't exactly know what that would be yet, but that's a suggestion. I have a full kind of idea for another arc of Trinivale. And then I have an idea for like some like mini, 3 to 6 episode sort of things. So yes, I would love to DM again. It's one of those things where like I feel like by the end of Trinivale, I was just actually getting to a point where I knew what I was doing. So, and then for it to come to an end was a little, not frustrating, but like, oh shit, I just learned how to do this and now I am going to be a player again. So I definitely want to get back into it at some point. Not sure how I feel about the black, I don't know what you call that, the whites of the eyes. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I'm going to switch back to just standard and we can fiddle from there. But I do think like a lot of eyeshadow maybe. We're getting there. This is going to be fun because I'm going to run out of time and do like a real shit job on Jins and Nyack. But honestly, I think that's okay. Yeah, the heist idea was actually definitely a suggestion from one of our listeners. Somebody commented that on the short rest. I don't know if they're in the chat currently, but shout out to them. The sclera. Deirdre, thank you. Great. Oh, fuck, what a great word. Question from Nower. Hey, Caldwell, I was wondering when in your world building the gods were created and how integral to the world they were. They were super fun. I have a full timeline of when the gods were created. They were created their creation is kind of what created Trinivale, because essentially, this is spoilers for folks, so I don't know if I should actually proceed if you haven't listened to all of Trinivale yet. But essentially, when they were created, it unleashed magic on the world, and then they used that magic, which is kind of part and parcel to their being, to recreate Trinivale in their image, or to create Trinivale in and of itself, which is when the world became cube-shaped. Does that answer your question? I'm going to have to fix this fucking hair at some point, but... let's move on to get some fingerless bits on these gloves. Maybe these are like frilly here, but then have like leather bangle bits here. So like something that like Tifa from Final Fantasy VII would wear to a wedding. Bridal party Tifa is kind of the look I'm going for with Onyx. Which 5e model would you suggest for a first-time DM to run? I can't speak from experience because I just dived right in with making my own thing, which results mileage may vary, but I don't know if I would totally recommend that. But I've heard that the Lost Mines of Phandelver is a good one. I think that's you can get like a starter set that kind of comes with everything. And is designed specifically for you to learn how to do it. So I would recommend something like that, perhaps. Caldwell shout out. For me, I am alive. Congratulations. When are y'all making Jake watch Dragon Ball Z? I mean, we're going to do it for a mixed bag at some point. We always hit the end of the month and we're like, shit, we got to do something for our mixed bag. And I feel like we're almost always just resisting just making it into an episode where Jake has to watch anime. So it's coming. I think it'd be fun to make him watch like one of the standalone movies or something like that, because they do a pretty good job in those of being like, Goku, you're the strongest in the world. That's all you need to know about this character. Now you got to fight Ooh, this bad alien who's your cousin? Damn, that sucks. You just want to have a barbecue. You just want to have a barbecue with your green friend. And now you got to fight the strongest cousin in the world. And that's tough. When are y'all making yourselves watch the third D&D movie? I don't know if we've tracked down a copy of that. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to find. It's probably on Amazon or, streamable somewhere. But definitely we will. I think we have to let Murph psychically heal a bit. He has to recharge, because if we made him do it right now, I think it would just break him. It would break his entire body and soul. And we definitely want to rough him up a little bit, but we don't want to totally destroy him. It's Dragon Ball live action. I think Gingeti had it spot on, and he said that Jake should try Yu Yu Hakusho. I would be interested in that as well, because I only remember watching Yu Yu Hakusho in very small doses on Toonami, as a kid, or Adult Swim. I guess it was Adult Swim, or maybe it was one that bridged the gap. Anyway, that was kind of when I remember watching it, and I would like to revisit it. It seems fun. This doesn't feel right. We're gonna come back to this in a bit. I think it is time, maybe, to focus on some of our other brothers here. Let's move over to Nyack. How about that? I do wonder if, yeah, maybe she should have yeah. Let's give her... She just needs, more hair, I feel. Oh, there we go. Make that less of a... Well, maybe the flat cut was fun. Maybe I'm overthinking it. That's never happened, but there's always a first time, Maybe it's just bigger. Worry about that more in a bit. Totally not sold on this flail holding, but we're gonna get back to it. Let's focus on our pal Nyack here. I think maybe he's got his arrows back there. Hey, Caldwell, thank you for Trinivale. How's your character idea coming along for Murph's campaign 2? Pretty good. We still need to have kind of our kickoff internal session where we talk about our characters. But, so it could definitely change based on that. I think I've told this story before, but initially Beverly was going to be a druid before Emily said that she wanted to be Circle of Spores. So there's definitely things that could change. But I think I'm going to be playing an alchemist, which is an artificer subclass. So I'm very excited about that, because it is going to be a little more healer focused with more spell casting. But other than that, I'm still fiddling with the name and the background. I think I've got it mostly locked in, but I don't want to reveal anything just yet. But that is where I am at. There's our happy guy. Not quite. Not quite. You ever just zoom out and you're like, oh, God. Oh, God. I was never... it's all been a lie. All my skills, all my progress. But then you fix it. And that's fine. Artificer class is so dope. Haha, Caldwell has to play a smart character. Here's the thing. Absolutely not. We'll never, ever play a smart character, because I'm not a smart person. An artificer, it's right in the name. They're a skilled class, but they're not a smart class. There's a big difference. It's a street smarts, book smarts dichotomy. And I think there's going to be a lot of inherent smarts, but there's plenty of ways to make that character dumb as hell. We'll see, though. It's going to be tricky. I am excited about the challenge of trying to find ways to make my smart character dumb. give him more of like a... just a little tufty here. But yes, I'm excited to play something that's a little more strictly spellcaster. Huh. I thought about being like a grizzled old man, and I haven't decided to answer Maya's question. I haven't decided on like age or background fully yet. But maybe it could be fun to counter the Bev thing to make him like a grizzled older character. But we'll see. I know that Murph's campaign is going to be a little more of like a darker fairy tale sort of thing. So we'll see. I think it'll just kind of... I think a lot of my final decisions will depend on like what Murph needs for the world. Because I want it to inform his world in the best way possible. Okay, there we go. That's looking like a guy. Looking extremely like a guy. Maybe if I move this hand down. Forgive me for talking to myself, even though I know that there's an audience watching me do it. It's just how art works, and I'm sorry for that. But there's only so much that can be done. Worry about that later. Alchemists barely have more spells than paladins. Yes, perhaps that's true, but they get a lot of fun. Alchemists specifically get like a whole list of like magic items they can make, which is very dope. So it feels way more spellcasty than what I'm used to. There's a lot of tables and fun stuff. So yeah, it might not be like a full spellcaster, but there's definitely going to be a lot of like... I think it will allow for some shenanigans, which is fun. And that's, you know, that's the amount of spells that I want. That's what I'm here for. I'm just going to have him kind of like doing a dumb wave. I've decided. That feels on brand for our guy. Just look at this perfect Chandler over here. So excited for Jake's Bard. Oh, yeah. We have, I'll reveal that we have played the first episode of Hot Boy Summer already. And it's a blast. It was very, very fun. And very, very stupid. Don't forget the glove bag, of course. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe he's like, hold on. So if Onyx is here, he's kind of popping out here. I think he could be like... He's in like a bit of a crouch. I do like the idea of giving him the glove bag, though. So thank you for that. There we go, yeah. Doing like a wide stance like this. Just almost fully naked, as we know. Nothing funnier than when you have a character in D&D who's naked. It's an idea I thought of. I came up with it. And it's just, I think it's really funny. So, like, if you want to use it, just make sure people know that I came up with the idea of having a character who's naked all the time. Have him raising a jar of jam. Yep, that's great. Every time you call it Hot Boy Summer, I grow stronger. It's, where's my phone? I think it is the name of our text thread. I will double check. Band of Boys, a.k.a. Hot Boy Summer. Oop. I rotated it. I rotated it like a fucking idiot. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Bow tie tattoo? Absolutely. I will not forget the bow tie tattoo. But right now, I'm scribbling in some jam. Just have it sloshing out the top there. And then, yeah. Leg back here. Real action pose. Action trio, action triplets. But then I do think Jin's is just going to be like... I'm going to run out of time and have to just leave this like One Punch Man ass Jin's in the background here. I do think he's kind of like... Maybe he's got... Oh, you know what? Yeah, he's got like the sword kind of like back like that. shit-eating grin. There we go. There's our guy. Feeling good? Maybe we can put obsidian over here. Balance it out a little bit. That's feeling right. A horse wearing Heelys. The easiest thing in the world to draw. Oops, y'all, I accidentally made Jins tall. Can't do it. Onyx is tallest. Established on stream. Cannon can come from all sorts of places. Pinky out because he's fancy. On Nyack or on Jins? I like it on Jins. For his sword here. That's very funny. Fix these eyes a little bit. Should be looking up more. Okay, yeah. I don't hate this onyx as much as I once did. I've come to find love in my heart for my drawing. It shall fade, as all things do, but for the moment I feel a flit of respect for myself. Ah! How odd. That's feeling better. Yeah. It's really just like you got folds, you got crystals, you got chains. Just every possible pratfall of artistry is represented in Onyx's design. True wizardry. I don't even know why I'm pretending with this chain right now. Let's get back to Nyack, huh? Onyx took all the details from the boys. Ha! Did Murph decide on what his character's name is? I remember he asked for opinions on the Patreon. You mean... What? Oh, for, yes, but I will let you hear that when the episode premieres. I will say that my character's name, I decided on Hungry Dave, but you will have to wait to hear his full name when the episode premieres. Can't give it all away right now, you know? Emily said that Tall Onyx was canon. That is all I need to hear. I mean, I was going to make it canon because it's funny, but since Emily said it, that's just even more good reasons. Now, let's see here. I guess now it's got like a little bit of a... Yeah, maybe it's got kind of like a little bit of a loincloth kind of poking out underneath here. Beautiful exposed thigh, though. And then glove bag. Where would that glove bag... Where would that pesky glove bag go, gang? I guess it could kind of be... Maybe he's got it on the side here. Yeah, there we go. Nothing like a small sack of gloves slapping against your thigh on an adventure. Am I right? I'm right. All right. When's Hot Boy Summer's premiered? Yes, next week. Well, wait, I lied. There's a Bag in It with Balnor this coming week, and then Hot Boy Summer is the week after that. Thank you for your patience. It's going to be worth the wait. Also, very excited for another Bag in It with Balnor. It's a very fun way to get to just do a quick boobs episode without Murph having to destroy himself coming up with campaign encounters. All right. Here we go. We'll go back in and do a tattoo pass on Nyack in a second, but I think once I get these toes roughed in, it'll be time for Jins. Oh, look at these barefoot toes. Sure would be great to see some Crocs on here. No, he's barefoot. He's fucking barefoot. All wiki pages will refer to Hungry Mike. I refuse to change them. Fair enough. That's your prerogative, I suppose. Will the Trinivale crew be making an appearance on Bagging It with Balnor? Maybe one day we can do in the basement with Keychain or something. We had a name for it from the episode, but I can't recall. But yeah, like a Keychain hosted podcast with the Trinivale triplets would be very fun. All right, I'm gonna preserve this perfect Jins forever. But let's get to it. Got to give him a nice up angle. If y'all are good, you can have Crocs. If y'all do all your chores and say your prayers, you can have one Croc before bed. Obsidian can't wear Crocs. They have to wear Heelys. You couldn't have Heely. Could you have Heely Crocs? Could it be done? It's such a squishy shoe. And you need that thick, chunky heel. It's what makes a Heely a Heely. I don't know. This is a question for minds greater than my own. Blabbin' with Blavin is very good, too. Well said, Lizzie. Or whoever said that first. In the flask with Blavin and Keychain. Very fun. Now, is Jins... We've said previously that Jins is wearing some makeup. I personally think, knowing Jins's flair for gothy pretty boys, it's got to be kind of a Chris Angel sort of like under-eye shadow, sort of, is what I'm thinking. Now is a part of the show where I spend a good 30 minutes getting the perfect lip sneer. Oh, there it is. That feels pretty good. MT McDougal, Hungry Dave absolutely wears Crocs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hungry Dave gotta wear Crocs. It's a perfect shoe. For like chilling out. Want to go outside and play some cornhole? You throw on your Crocs. It's absolutely perfect.
Thank you very much, Nita, for approving of the jawline side-eye. I do think we're going to need to get even more of a sassy look there. Yes, yes, yes. Elves are so great because you just, like, you draw the body and then it's just like, whoop! Time for ear fun. Time for side horns. Doesn't matter if the character design's interesting because I'm going to slap some big carrots on the side of it. And that's going to make anything look cool. It's fun. It's great. Tieflings are the same way. Just like you finish drawing like a human, then you just slap some damn horns on it. It's great. It's a treat for all involved. Okay. So I've seen a lot of fun designs for Jins, but I think I really like the number one. It's got to be kind of like a... I think like we got to tighten this up a little bit. Yeah. I like kind of like maybe almost long flowing hair coming down the sides here. Something like that. Almost like he saw how Onyx was wearing her hair and kind of tried to match it. But then, yeah, swoop on the side here. And then I think like the... I've just drawn Korra's hair, haven't I? I've just drawn the Legend of Korra's hair. Huh. I don't know if that's bad, though. Remains to be seen if that's bad. Maybe it is more Legend of Zelda. Oh, that feels better. Yeah. Maybe it's pulled back tight. Kind of like. I think you have to have like the. Getting there, gang. Getting there. Jins needs an earring. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just one? Yeah, maybe just like one nice one like that. And then, all right, let's get to this body, huh? Also, I've done the thing I sometimes do where one head is just way bigger than the others. It's fun. I recommend it. All right. I almost think the sneer is like too big. Sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. What brush settings are you using right now? Quest Request says. I'm using the Frienden Inker Nib from the Frienden brush set. I really recommend it. It's like a nice simple inker. You can get some like nice tapers. It's really good for. I found it's good for like sketching. I almost think these. Here's the thing about these eyes. They need to be even narrower. How narrow can we go? Pretty good. It's this high elven cheekbones. Oh, yeah. What a beautiful piece of shit. I feel like he's got like one of those long hairs like that. Okay, and then high collar, I think for sure. High collar, but then like the boob window, which I think is a great combination. It's like this sort of faux modesty that really encapsulates our boy, which is where he's offended by stuff, but also an incredibly risque and bawdy person. Okay, let's get that chest out. Jin's kind of looks like... He's tall again! Don't worry. Elves just kind of naturally have such a tall energy to them. Sergeant Pepper jacket with the boob window. Uh-huh. Classic. Yeah, you roll up to a Forever 21 and just say that. Y'all got any of them Sergeant Pepper jackets with the boob window? No? Absolutely leave? I understand. I'll take my business elsewhere. It's very fun. He's like such a JoJo character. This is like absolutely... Oh, there's definitely someone in Golden Experience or Golden Wind that wears exactly this outfit. All right, so I think like big gloves as well. How did we feel about having 3 elven characters? Well, I think Onyx is a Aasimar, not an elf. So, narrowly avoided that. I always pictured him with a man bun, but more of a pony. Anyone else? I kind of like the, like... See, my thought is having this, like, nice, long, extended ponytail means that it's, like, basically a ribbon that is just kind of, like, streaming down whenever he dances. That's my thought on the subject. Let's get a nice split on those gloves. I think that's where that would go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got the, like, epaulets. Love any excuse to draw epaulets on a character. Mm-mm-mm. What do you find the hardest to draw normally? That is a great question, Chelsea. I think, like, it kind of depends on what sort of drawing I'm doing. Like, if I'm doing something on the fly like this, difficult things to draw are often, like, hand shapes, just anatomy and poses in general. I find it hard to get anatomy right while I'm doing, like, a live drawing. When I am doing drawing on my own, I feel like getting perspective right is very tricky for me. And I'll just kind of like obsess over it. Although I was working on a drawing of Hard One the other day, and it took me an hour to get like the braid on the back of his head correct. So sometimes I think you'll think you have a handle on it, and then like a new challenge will represent itself to you. So I guess my advice when it comes to drawing an art is just to remain humble at all times, and prepare for the inevitable womping that that will be delivered to you by your own hand, I guess is what I'm saying here. Because it will come. It is an inevitable fate. Let's get that pinky out like that. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Just capturing the shithead energy. Taking it. Bequeathing it upon my drawing. Holding a sword like it's an umbrella. The Jens Lindell story. Okay. So, I guess it's got to be like a fencing foil. Or maybe just kind of like a thin blade, I think will work. Yeah. Katana adjacent. Nice pant here. And let's get those tall boots, baby. Do we get to see KT in the background, a sun lounger with her terrarium, perhaps? I'm hesitant to draw Katie because I don't know. It's like normally when I'm DMing, I have like a full image in my head. But for KT, I have like no canon picture in my mind of what they look like, and I kind of like that. They're nebulous for whatever reason. Perhaps because they should not be. They simply should not exist. Jin's looking a little too... There we go. Something not quite right about him yet, but we're getting there. There's a wideness to this face that doesn't work for me. I picture like a weird Gudetama bug thing. Gudetama. What's Gudetama? Do you mean like the Sanrio egg? Is that what Gudetama is? It is. Okay, yeah. The Sanrio egg is very fun. Yeah, somebody did some fan art one time of them looking like Tamagotchis, and that feels on the money to me. Glorious. Look at this boob window. The chest, the nipples are the eyes of the soul. It's been said. Time and time again. Okay. Oh, I've done it again, y'all. We've got some tangents. We got some tangies. Maybe I'll make this shorter so it doesn't overlap. Yeah. I do love this impossible hair thing where it just widens out like a squid tentacle. It's like absolutely aped from Link's design, and it doesn't make any sense, but gosh, I love it. I just love it. All right. Havonic stepping on KT. She would never. Jins could be for sure. I'll draw a KT on another layer. Hold on. Somebody say like a blobfish? That seems fun. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, this hair. Actually, you know what? I think it should maybe like curl? Yeah, that feels fun. Something's still off about this Jin's drawing, but we'll get there. Friends, we'll get there. We'll find the end. We'll find our way out. And we'll celebrate one day with drawings of KT. I'm going to miss the triplets. KT looks like Garfield. All right, here is... Put KT like right here. I kind of picture him looking like level 1 Digimon. But then kind of with like a Muppet vibe, where it's like that one Muppet from the Electric Teeth. Yep. What do we think? Feeling pretty good about this. Maybe like one weird thing, like a horn or something. Hold on, let me get this. And then maybe just a little bit of... Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. 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 Does KT have, KT does have hair, though. Okay. All right. So, yes. What kind of hair? Maybe the same as Onyx's? It's like a little Wobbuffet. She's awful. I love her. Claire RCS, you've put it perfectly. What's the opposite of Stan? We despise. We eschew a legend, gang. Matt says Caldwell got fully bullied into putting actual effort into KT. That's the stream in a nutshell, I guess. And it's good, because otherwise I would just spend like way too long trying to perfect an actual drawing. And that's not what you're here for. You're here to see me struggle. There we go. We getting there. We getting there. Oh, he's got to have some, I guess, like, side. Maybe he's got belt here. Got to have the scabbards.
Oh, shit, I almost forgot his scabbards.
I'll add in the scabbards now. I'm sorry. For all those scabbard chat going off on me, I know. He needs more face framing hair strands. Abby, that is a good idea. Face framing, yes. Thank you for giving me the the salon terminology that I was lacking. So you think like that? Oh, bravo. Yeah, that's the way. I love to draw something and then erase it because I have to fix something else. That's me though. All right. All right. The proportions on this gins are suspect. But we're getting there. I do think how a widow's peak. Oh man, y'all are coming to the table with some good suggestions today. Yeah. Oh, he's kind of got the Magus hair from Chrono Trigger a little bit. I'm gonna make his head smaller. I don't know why I'm so desperate to make his head big. That nice proud elven neck. They're very proud of their necks. Anyone who's read extensive Tolkien knows that necks are kind of like elves, just like they love their necks. Legolas spends a lot of time looking at his reflection in a pool and being like, making sure he's got a good neckline. Okay. There we go. There we go. Is it obsidian time? I guess, hold on. Everyone just chill out. There we go. There we go. Yeah, baby. That's the lift. We get put the rest of the metal on these. Basically giving Onyx lead boots. Like an Ocarina of Time. But then also frilly. Maybe they're like, yeah, okay, that feels good. Does Jins have a peach fuzz mustache? Oh, no, that's just like the top of his lip curling up in disdain. It'll be more clear when I do the final drawing, I believe. But yes. I think Jins is one of those elves that's very proud of not having any facial hair. He finds it disgusting. Lead boots, yeah. I think KT is going to haunt me forever. Let's get another glimpse. There she is. Hello. I am dead, but I could come back at any time. Can you truly kill an idea? Impossible. It simply cannot be done. Let's draw some tattoos on our boy here real quick. How about that? I said tattoos, but here I go. Drawing arrows. Jeff, hair on your face? Ooh! Perfect Jins. Jins is very easy to quote. What? He's got so many just like quick lines. Where's Kenny? Kenny is in the garbage where he belongs. Every time, that's a fun, look behind the screen, peek behind the screen. Every time I did the Kinney voice, my glasses almost fell off my face. All right. So I really like kind of the weird fan canon of giving Nyack like a handprint pattern here. I don't know why, but that's fun. And then definitely got the bow tie. One right there. And then maybe kind of like da-da-da. Let's give him... I don't even think he's got full abs. It would be too... It would give him too much confidence. Caldwell, what kind of classes are those? What kind of glasses? They are 0 Titan glasses, 0G Titan glasses crafted in Japan. They're like titanium, so that if I drop them, they don't break because I drop shit a lot. Can I suggest investing in Kinney-resistant glasses? I did see Nathan's drawing of Wilton the Party Ape. It was fantastic. He really knocked it out of the park. Should Nyack have like a one of those archer's braces maybe? I don't know. Don't know if that's totally necessary. I feel like he would just do it without. A silvery tattoo on his back. Yes. I like that. I like that I've drawn this as if it's like a can of beer. But it is jam. Get the logo in there. Perfect. There we go. Alrighty. Gonna need a couple more tattoos here for sure. Actually, is Nyack left-handed? Thank you for hiding the rat tail, by the way. Oh, it's like right here. Don't worry. Woo! You shouldn't have said anything if you didn't want to see the rat tail. Oh, look at that little earthworm of hair. There it comes. Let's see. Got to throw in some more tattoos here. I'm bad at designing tattoos. I will say, that was a question earlier, like what do you find hard to draw? I'm like, just whipping up like good tattoo patterns for a character that's covered in tats is difficult. Maybe I could move... Oh, his sunscreen. Don't worry. Yeah, he's got sunscreen on his nose. Don't worry. There we go. We'll move the hand ones here. Yeah. That'll be fun. I feel good on the shoulder. Butterflies. Well done. Yes. Maybe one butterfly. Oh, I feel like that's a back tattoo thing, though. All right. We'll figure it out. Don't forget the Z and Norwalk tat. Oh, yeah. Where did he say that was? I'm trying to remember where he mentioned that tattoo went. I could put it here. Yeah. Put it across his chest. And then the butterfly goes there. Ab butterfly. Perfect. That's feeling pretty good to me. I mean, it's disgusting, but it is who he is. All right, so I think for this, we're back on the flail. Middle of chest, really big. Why does Nyack look so much like Jake? That'll happen, you know? I mean, it's the same reason that Jins looks exactly like Murph. I think it's just kind of like a side effect. Okay. Maybe it is just like one big ass crystal. It's kind of fun. All right. Yeah. Okay. We got it, y'all. So I think it's got to be like some shards here. It's like when you see a big chunk of quartz. When you go to like a crystal store, and they've got like their good shit up front. And it's like a big chunk of quartz. And you're like, man, oh man, if I had that in my room, my energy would be so tight. I would sleep. My dreams would be flawless if I had this big quartz chunk. And then you look at the price tag and somehow the quartz chunk is like $5,000. And I guess you're like, well, technically it's rock from the earth. So somebody had to like unearth this. So I guess it makes sense, but that does seem like a lot for a chunk of rock for carbon. Keychain. We didn't draw keychain yet. Okay. One more try. He gets one more chance to not fuck up. Oh, maybe it's like a big shark tooth looking thing. Forgive me again. This is the process sometimes. Yeah, that feels fun. Quartz chunks are expensive. You wouldn't think they would be. Crystal protruding from the jagged rock. You know it. A lanky bastard has got it. I think that's what we got to do here. Got some chunk of rock still there. I went to a botanical garden a while back, and there was this exhibit on family stones, which is it's like a, I don't know where the custom originates, but like people will like have like stones that are just cool rocks that have been like shaped and placed on wood, and you just kind of have it. Your family just has a cool stone, and you just pass it down, and I think that's great. Like my family has like paperweights that we would pass around, but like I'm like a cool rock that you just give to like your son when you die. I just think that's great. I think that's just something I'd like to get started. So, I mean, like, maybe it doesn't even need to be, like, family things. Maybe I should just start giving cool rocks to people I meet. You know? Like, if somebody makes a good impression on me, be like, hey, go forth with my blessing. And I just give them a big chunk of quartz. I just think that'd be neat. We do need to get a keychain in here, huh? Absolutely must. I kind of like how this turned out. What do y'all think? So, I think it is, Shawnee says, you just carry around a bag of cool rocks that you give to people you meet. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. That's kind of, that's my thought. I think that could be, I think that could be me. I think that could be my style. Because nobody's going to expect to just receive a gem. And it's going to feel really good, I think. Still feel like we could spice up. Oh, you know what? I think it's got to be lace up. That's what's got me. Yeah, that feels better. Where's the croc flail? Wow, y'all found it. Where I knew it was gonna have to come in at some point, but that's it. That's great. You got it. Well done. All right. Okay. I think maybe. Ooh, maybe it's like fluffy up top there. Yeah. Okay. Is keychain going to be in flask mode? Yeah, maybe in the interest of time, we should put keychain in flask mode. We'll see. We'll see. We got time. Could bust out a keychain. I guess there should be a sword in here, huh? Maybe he's got his hand on the... Oh, yeah. That feels good. He's ready to draw his other blade. There we go. Oh, dear. Sometimes you got to just rough in some hands real quick. They're not going to be perfect, but they're going to be there. They won't be perfect, but they'll exist. Sometimes that's enough. Why would Nyack wear Crocs? He's perfectly happy barefoot. Time dagger on the boot is very fun. Oh, it should be like strapped on the side, like this. Or no, garter style up here. There we go. Yeah. Hold on. Where would that go? Yep. Perfect. Oh, stop talking. Ah. I will say, Orpheus, the parasites if they had hung around, it would not have been good. That was going to be a full-on punishment for the final battle. I hadn't fully designed what was going to happen if they still had the parasites, but Cash would have absorbed the parasites and gained some power from them. So it's good that they weren't there. All right, let's get a little more detail on this just flawless obsidian. Go. Make that a tooth. It's really hard sometimes. Sometimes you just capture it like in like the rudimentary form, and then like trying to render it further, you lose it. So it's always tricky. But that feels it. That feels like it. Okay. Horse hoof in a Healy. What if I just spent an hour drawing this Healy? Just as a goof, what if I did that? Now the heel, all right. Heelys only have wheels on the back part, right? Am I wrong about that? I feel like that's correct, but tell me if I'm wrong. Croc Healy, please. Please. Goldwell. Ah, you desire a croc? Mm-hmm. Is that what you crave? To turn this tiny horse's shoe into a crocked abomination? Oh, it would be so easy for me to do. Simple. With 3 strokes of my pen, I could make it so. And yet, I desire your suffering above all else. JK, I'll do it. 1 wheel in that heel. Okay, so he's got to be like lifting it up a little bit. It's probably... Emily said it on the first episode of Trinivale. Oh, she had little wings on it. I think that'd be cute. And I just never questioned it, but like, a horse wearing Heelys would be a crime. It would be... it would have so much trouble getting around. It would just be a real bad scene. But we know that Obsidian is talented and could handle himself. Okay. Maybe that's why Obsidian is always screaming like that. It's because he's got Heelys and just absolutely cannot control the motion of his body. So for the merch club in August, which is very soon, we're doing Lumiere Vineyards shirts and trying to design a prancing horse logo. I was helping Julia design it. Was so hard. Just like, if you look at a horse for more than 2 seconds, it all breaks down. It all falls apart. We've talked about what's hard to draw on the show, and like, absolutely, horses are one of the worst. It's a common complaint, but my goodness. Okay, I think we had to do a keychain in the back here, and then I'm feeling pretty good about it. The Nyack is a bit tall. I'm going to nerf the Nyack. Make his head a little smaller, too. Nyack's got, like, Animal Crossing villager energy, which I like. I think we could make Jin's... Oh, hold on. I'm bouncing around again. Obsidian's voice is Jay getting his revenge for having that Pawpaw voice stolen. He did! It's very fun to go back and, like, hear him try to claim the Pawpaw voice at the very, very beginning. So, you know what? You can't blame him. He saw his chance and he went for it. Seized the opportunity. And that's, you know what? If you're playing full contact D&D, if you're playing D&D right, you gotta get in there. That's how you warm up your DM before you've even started. Just instantly right out the gate, claim an NPC as your own. Your DM will have no recourse. And then you've won. I'm giving Jin stripes on his pants. Pinstripes, obviously. Make this, okay. So gang, I think Dunkel is Jin's wearing pants. Yes? That's what the stripes are there. That's why the stripes are there. So you can see. As you can see. Alright. Jins would absolutely wear a codpiece. Yeah, let's test it out, huh? Okay. Okay. Maybe like a gemstone there. Kind of like some nice embellishments. Beautiful, yeah. Looks good to me. Perfect. Rough in some more Healy shapes. Just drawing a horse. Man, oh man, drawing a horse wearing Heelys. What a good day. All right. What if keychain's just super tall? Actually, maybe we can put the moons there. Trying to balance it out a little bit, you know? Oh my gosh, yeah, we did do a horse and Heelys on... Goodness, I forgot about that on What Should We Draw? We did a horse wearing Heelys. That's so funny. And the whole joke was that it would be a bad idea. Man, oh man. Emily and I definitely have some same brain going on. Is there anything y'all can think of that would go good up in this corner? Because I want to balance out. We got a nice little composition going here. I want to balance it out a bit. So I'm gonna leave that up to y'all while I draw a keychain over in this corner. It's time for Keychain's Corner. I'm going to put a keychain right here. Jamila drew a really good keychain that's going to be in the sticker set we're releasing for our next merch club. So I'm going to try and ape that a little bit. While also making it look distinct and not exactly like the robots from the hit DreamWorks film Robots. I don't want it to look like the robots from the hit DreamWorks film Robots. It's looking a bit like the robots from the hit DreamWorks film Robots. And that's troubling to me, but I think we're just going to have to go with it. I'm going to have the mouth open, though. It could just be... You can have a little keychain voice as I work on this keychain. Let me give him his tiny sailor's hat.
Yo ho ho. A pirate's life for me. There's our little guy. Let's make those eyes even bigger. Why the heck not?
Keychain does have teeth. It's just, I'm sorry. I hate to do it to you, but it's just established. Now, his body is a flask, so it should be flask-like in nature. I'm going to rough in some real generic robot-y bits here.
Hello, it's me. Everyone's favorite character.
When we were initially thinking about doing season 2 or campaign 2, it was going to be more of a like slightly steampunk aesthetic, I think. So I was considering being an alchemist who had a robot homunculi companion, which I don't think would be feasible in the current setting we're coming up with, but just something fun. Maybe he's just got pants. I think it's fun for a robot to have pants. I think this. I'm gonna have him like... He's like putting his hand on Nyak's leg in a way that's maybe a little uncomfortable. Makes ears a little bigger. He's got his little earring there. I love giving robots the big wing ears. It's a thing that I don't know which anime did it first, but it's an anime thing and it's good. It's just good. Sometimes you see a character design thing and you're like, damn, that's just too good that I have to do it now. I'm so sorry, but I have no recourse. I simply must steal this. Appleseed, I know, is an anime that did it. I don't know if they're the first one. Pat Labor, maybe? Might have been Pat Labor, y'all. All right. Look at this crew. This is so... thank you so much for joining me, by the way. This is really fun to finally get to draw all the Triniville characters. They're so wacky. Maybe I could... Just trying to get... there we go. I'll go on an adventure with this little fella. He's looking like a Super Mario RPG looking little dude. I love him. I think maybe he's got like a barrel body. Yeah. That's what he got. I think Jake should get some magic as a treat. Needs a jug of toilet whiskey. Very good. Well, I mean, yes. Here, I'll put it... I guess he can be holding that. Good call. Of course, Arcantos. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate y'all watching and providing suggestions. We need to draw Crocs on someone. I mean, it's become tradition. It's like the Christmas piñata. that everyone had, not just my family. And we have to do it. So I think that obviously we've got some good candidates for who should get who should get the Crocs. But first, maybe we do just put the moons here. Maybe it is just kind of like a Trinivale and the moon situation. You know, I think I joked about it on a Council of Elders shout out, but I do think that the other sides of Trinivale literally are just like storage lockers that the gods use. So who knows what lurks there now and what has grown there since. Wow. I'm going to pull Jin's out a bit. Actually, you know what? I know how to balance this. I keep adding things. One shoe and obsidian. The moons are cubes? No. The moons are right here. There's Pallas and Pollux. And then there's Trinivale, the cube. And then, of course, on the ground here, it's our boy. Oh. Shockwave, that's a very fun idea. Pox on the shoulders. Very good. Yes, I like that. There he is. There's our man. I felt a little bad that Blavin didn't actually get any speaking lines. I guess I could put it in the finale. I could put Keith in there, but I think this is better. But you know, never say never. We'll see. I'm sure they will see our favorite drunken master again soon. Oh, what a pastiche! Wow. Okay, y'all. I think that's going to about do it for this episode. Let's add some Crocs. And then if anyone has any last-minute questions or thoughts, please share. Oh, Onyx needs a phone. I will give her some pockets. Or maybe a little purse. Yeah. Gonna try not to totally mess up everything I've drawn. To add in one extraneous detail. That is life. I've decided this might not be worth it. Her phone is in her pocket. Let's get our croc color going here. All right. Oh, yeah. A frock with pockets for phones and crocs. That's beautiful. That's beautiful to say. I don't know how it actualizes in the world, but we can try. Because I do think that well, you said it on stream, so it is my idea now. I'm sorry to say. I will be taking it and using it. I'm going to be drawing a picture of it, which serves as effectively as a patent. So I'll just be having that. Thank you very much for that little ideological snack. So I'll just be making some money, I guess. Thank you. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I guess I do owe you the Frocket Pocket. It's very fun to make them. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wow, it kind of looks good, though, right? It's just, it kind of like works too well, is the problem that we're stumbling upon. There's like a distinct possibility that the final drawing might feature this. I might adjust our friend Obsidian here in the pursuit of balance. But I'll do that later. All right. Frocket Pocket. What is it? What does it even mean? Is it like a purse? Y'all keep coming to me with these genius ideas so late in the episode, and it's like, where do I put them in? I kind of picture it almost like when you see a person wearing a kilt and they've got that little fanny pack on the front. It's like that, except it is a croc purse. It is my gift. It is my curse. It is a croc purse. Oh, fuck. I've drawn this on the actual drawing layer. That won't do. Hold on. I'm going to have to move this around. We're getting close to the end, though. So if you've got any last-minute requests, please send them my way. But there is the croc purse. That'll go on the croc layer. Every good drawing has a croc layer. Okay. Well, gosh, thank you all once again. It's good to be back in the drawing seat, in the drawing saddle, riding the drawing horse. Hopefully not getting bucked off. Hopefully not encountering any drawing snakes that will scare my horse. But this has been a pleasure, y'all. Thank you so much. Maybe we can throw the other parasites in here just for fun, just to balance this piece out a little bit. And then I think we will truly be done. KT chilling in a single croc. One croc for KT. Yeah, okay. One sec. That's Kenny. There's DJ. And then one croc for our sweet toxic angel. And then I think we can wrap. What a pleasure. What a divine treat this has been. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Please stay safe. Stay indoors if you can. Wear your masks. You know, all that good stuff. Eat some tasty food. That's my advice to you. There we go. Can we have the bonus onyxes as a little treat when you publish on the Patreon? The bonus onyxes? Tell me what you mean and I'll do it, of course. But yes, this is our drawing, I think. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm very excited to finish this up. And I think that's about all the time we have. Y'all are great. This has been a blast. I will